Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to HBI Auto. We are starting this video off in a 2018 Porsche Cayman S, and I'm going to give you a couple reasons as to why you still need to be considering the Cayman as your next Porsche, or maybe it's your first Porsche and you're really wanting to get into the world of P cars. Really just going to take a deep dive into this one, so let's go ahead and go for a drive. Now, I've talked comfortably about Caymans in the past before, and I feel like a few points that I've already hit on is just how balanced the car is and how balanced it feels, especially when you're driving, maybe on the back roads or on the track. You'll notice like a lot of people who do go to like driver events, track events, that a lot of them, what I've noticed is that they'll track a 987 or a 981 or 718. And that's just because the weight and the balance and the amount of power that you get from the factory is just, it's a really, really good combination. Now, this car weighs under 3,000 pounds. It's around 2987. Your power for the Cayman S is around 350. The base Cayman for the 2018 year, which is 718 model, you're going to get around 300 to the wheel, but your torque is around 300, 309, so it's not bad at all. It's a really, really nice combination between the three, like the curb weight, the torque, and the power. And plus, this being a 2.5 liter that is also turbocharged, you can add mods to make it a little bit peppier, make it a little bit faster, and I think that's one of the things that really sets this car up to be really competitive against its sibling 911. Now, one of the things that I really love about this one in particular is the styling. With the 718, and especially in like the newer generation, like the 2022s, they're really, really good looking. Now, don't get me wrong, I've mentioned before in the past that I don't really like 987s, to be quite honest. I debated them and owning one for like a little bit pre-COVID, but I never really got into them. Now, I have this thing in sport mode right now with the open exhaust, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give it a little pull. I don't know if you can hear how good that is, but that sounds really, really good. With the sport driving mode and that open exhaust, it sounds really good for a flat four. Now, this one in particular has 20,000 miles on it. For a 2018, that's not too shabby at all, so it's really, really young. The interior is in really great condition. It's a full black interior. Let's go ahead, pull over to the side per usual, and let's get a little bit of a closer look at this 718. So getting a look at the interior of the 718, you'll notice that you have a really nice black leather steering wheel, which feels really nice. It doesn't feel worn in or anything at all, which I really like. I do like how small it is. I think it just fits in the hands really comfortably. You do have your sport mode, like I mentioned earlier, your traction control button, your active arrow, and your active exhaust, as well as your automatic start-stop button on this. Moving along, these seats are really nice. These are kind of like a tighter fit seat. Now, this doesn't, you could notice that it doesn't really have that much room to work with in the back, which for some you can get over it, but some you might not find too much comfort in this. This is a fully automatic adjustable seat. I really do like these because they are very firm and sporty, but they are also very, very comfortable to just cruise around in. You'll notice just more of that interior, very spacious in here, and you'll notice all these pockets in here, which is really nice. Plan to go on a road trip or just go on a cruise for the weekend or what have you. This is a really spacious interior for what it is. Now, I do have a little less headroom, but I still feel like I have tons of room. I feel secure in here. You also, again, you've got storage back there if you really wanted to, but that is also where the engine is, right there. Not in the full back like the sibling 911 is. The engine is more in the middle, and that again adds to the balance of this car and makes it even just a little bit better. So this is the exterior of this 2018 Cayman S. You'll notice it's a beautiful, beautiful silver paint exterior job on here, and I really do love this. Again, with the 718, even the 981, the facelift on these cars is immaculate, and you'll really notice it in the 718. This is a 2018, but like I know with the 2022 and the newer models, they have changed the face just a little bit. But I really do love the headlights. The front end in general is very sporty. Really deep front space, which I really love. This is a great way to, give yourself an excuse to take this on a road trip and go for a really long weekend cruise. These are 265 3520s on the back. These are 235 3520s. So 265 and 235, not too bad of a setup. I am not the biggest fan of these wheels, to be honest with you, but again, what I mentioned earlier is about going to a smaller tire and wheel combination, lowering it a little bit, giving it a little bit more of an aggressive track stance. I think that's the winning combination for this car, but to each their own. I love these clear taillights on here, and honestly, the rear end in general is just really, really nice. I have that center exit exhaust. Again, that is an active exhaust, so you can make really good use out of that. And you can also always do an aftermarket exhaust. Along to the back hatch area, you have more storage space back here. You can even put some stuff up here, but again, that is where the engine lives. So that is going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. If you are considering the Cayman and you're kind of on the fence, hopefully this video gave you a couple other reasons as to why you should consider it, or at least give it a shot, give it a test drive, and experience what the Cayman S has to offer. I really do feel like, especially with the 718, it's a really nice combination of, you have these creature comforts, but you still have like a fairly, I would almost say you still have a fairly raw driving experience where it's not too crazy, overwhelming, and it's not a really big car. But if you really like those small, sporty, nimble cars, the Cayman S, the Cayman GTS, really good options in my opinion, especially these newer models and these later models. This one is available. I've left the link in the description below so you can check out more photos and the walk around video of this car a little bit more in depth. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.